So I just came up with this idea. I was looking to see if it rained. I just woke up at 6:30. I just came up with this, like literally just came up with this idea. I'm gonna do a thought clip-to-clip log, if that makes sense, just so I can put a title to something. In regards to the fact that I'm trying to block the light. I like doing videos for me to look back on, to think, to get better ideas, to remember what the heck I said. Because sometimes I come up with ideas and I'm like, oh, I want to do that, but then I get distracted with other stuff and then I forget the very productive tip, thing, hack, whatever, that I already thought about, that I'm like, and then it'll circle back to where I'm like, I was already on this path. Why didn't I continue to do that? So I'm gonna do a different section, playlist of just my clip-to-clip thought blogs, in which you'll see me looking crazy, whatever else. Whenever the thought pops up, I'm gonna sit there and do it. I don't think that I'm gonna weave them together. I think it's just gonna be uncut, like unedited type videos that I'm just gonna do like back to back. Because if I have to edit it, if I have to do anything to it, it's going to, in which I don't know if I should do thumbnails. I think it's just gonna be, I don't want it to be the same picture. I don't know. I'm not gonna think about that right now. Anyways, if I have to do anything to it, I'm not gonna end up posting it. And it's just gonna be something that is requiring more energy from me as opposed to being an outlet of me getting thoughts out. And that's what I want it to be, an outlet of getting thoughts out. And the reason why I'm posting it for people to see it is because I've noticed that a lot of times whenever I'm about to shift, I don't know if it's more of a shift direction or have more of a focus on what I'm about to do, I always want to explain it to people. And I'm like, I don't think, and it doesn't matter like what other content people do or whatever, but part of me is like, I haven't seen people like explain what they're gonna do like every time they're about to shift. That's number one. But number two, which is more important because like it matters, but it doesn't matter like what other people do. But number two is that if people don't care to hear the back story, then it's pointless. And then the fact that I'm putting it in the public eye makes me have to edit it and everything else. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put it on here. So it'll be, look at buddy. It'll be it'll be published to where, like open to the public, to where you can see them if you want to. And then I'll title them so I can know which ones to click back to. So it is an open diary for you to hear my thoughts, but it's mainly for me. So I'm gonna title them in the way that I'll be able to pull up what I was talking about in that video for me to go back to. And it will be a lot of probably empty space, me thinking, me rambling, all the things that I do on a regular basis because I'm not editing. So you can fast forward through it or you cannot watch it. Doesn't matter because it's for me. And I'm not gonna feel bad about it because it's my own separate playlist and it'll help me be more productive with the other playlists that will be more public for everybody else. So I was listening. I was like, how did I even get on this? I was watching one video on YouTube. So for the last 2 days, Sunday, sorry, I was looking at Elliot. They're all creeping in. Because I'm up, they're being active. If I was still laying down, then they wouldn't be moving right now at all. Which is actually it's annoying sometimes because it's like I get up because I want to be able to have the time to myself to think and like have the space. But because I'm up and because they're all mama's babies, they all want to be around me. So then they're hovering me and then they're in my space. Like right now, well, I wasn't gonna sit in my chair anyways in my office because I was coming downstairs to take my medicine. But Rocco's in my chair and he takes up the entire chair. And then he's rude and he doesn't want to move. And which I was like, you know what? I need to start setting boundaries. Like, move out of my way. Because originally I said I was not going to let the dogs in my office. And since day one, I have left that gate open to let them in my office. And it was because of drama, because he was trying to get away from everybody else. And because with him and like his hips, his back hips, he needs like a soft space. And I had like blankets in there on the ground. And so that was kind of like his soft space away from everybody. And so, and if I'm going to do something for one, then I'm not going to exclude the other ones. So then it just became all the dogs are in there. Like, so that boundary was torn down before it was even set up. Anyways, because I digress. So, so I was watching a different video, and then somehow, I think it was just Jeff Sue's thumbnail popped up or something like that, in which I love Jeff Sue. I follow him on YouTube. I was following him before when I was getting into tech and I was trying to like optimize my resume and then get tips and stuff like that for LinkedIn and resumes. That's when I found him. And so I was following him then, doing more actively with his videos. But then because I decided not to pursue going back into corporate, I stopped watching his videos because now it's not relevant to me. But because I like him and I like his comedy, he makes me laugh, he makes me smile. Because I like his content and the things that he does, I wasn't gonna unfollow him. And so he popped up on my thumbnail or on my feed for like one of his videos, and it was talking about productivity. And so I clicked on it because I was like, huh? And so I saw that he's like switched his focus. Well, it's not that he switched his focus. He's included productivity tips and stuff like that on his page. So it's not just resume and career stuff and whatever else. And so I was like, yes, now I can start watching them again. And so I've already seen maybe three or four. No, I think four. About 4 of his videos. And I was like, in which I love Ollie. He's like my main like productivity person that I watch. And which apparently Jeff knows Ollie. He's friends with Ollie. And then he follows his stuff too. But then he does what works for him. And a lot of this stuff, like I'm kind of a mix between the two, to where some of the stuff that Jeff was saying, I was like, see, that's it. Because when Ollie was saying stuff, I was like, all right, I'm gonna have to tweak this because the way that Ollie was doing it, I can't do. And so, but the thing is that, because like somebody made a comment on Jeff's page and was talking about, because he was talking about, it was something in regards to his productivity or whatever. And somebody was like, yeah, until you have kids. And I'm like, those are like the 2 main people. I don't know if I follow anybody else for productivity or not. If I do, I forgot, because I obviously subscribe to too many people. But I'm like, why is it that all these productivity people, none of them have kids? Like, it's a whole new world when you have kids. And I was sitting there thinking, and I'm like, when I didn't have kids, I would have never paid attention to the productivity because, like, even though I was always busy, it was still, I always had time, if that makes sense. Like I had time, but I didn't have time because I always filled it with what I wanted to do. And I didn't have anything to restrict my focus for, okay, well, if I want to shift what I'm thinking about or doing, then I'll do that. And now with kids, I have to come up with a system. 1, because I have Zakira, I have to come up with a system. 2, because now I'm an entrepreneur. I have to come up with a system because I don't even have my work to get in my way of forcing me, you can't do this, this, and this during this time. Like the time frame is blocked off because of work. So I don't even have that. So now it's like productivity is even more important. So I was watching some of his videos and I was like, all right, this is what I'm gonna do. In which I think his main focus is, or at least on the video that I was watching, it was from the book Make Time. And it was, which is the same thing that Ollie kind of does, in a sense. Taking away, like just trying to do everything and just focusing on what actually matters. And the problem is that it seems like everything matters, but I'm going to and then my other thing with Jeff is that because he works for Google, all of his stuff is like made for Google, like his spreadsheets, templates, all that stuff is like Google. And I like Google. I toggle between Google and Microsoft. And so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have to figure out how to convert some of the, like I hate Google Docs. I hate it. And so like it's just confusing to me. It doesn't make sense in my head and I don't like it. And I don't know if it's just because I was raised on Microsoft, on like Word. So that makes sense to me. And Google is like, I don't like it. I don't know if that's it or what, but all I know is that I like Microsoft. It's less brain power for me to figure out what the heck is going on, which if I don't have to use the energy on figuring out the freaking format, then that gives me more space to be able to flow. So I'll have to figure out how to convert some of the stuff that he does for Microsoft. But it's like, and then I do Google calendars. So it's not, I'm 100% Microsoft and I'm 100% Google. Like I literally go between the two. And then apparently he uses Notion. Everybody freaking uses Notion. And I'm just like, what is it with Notion? Because I've tried it twice. Now, granted, I didn't give it a fair shake because it just seemed so overwhelming. And I was like, I'm out. I don't have the capacity for this amount. So, and I'm just like, okay, do I just want to figure out something else or do I want to give Notion a try? Because people keep talking about this freaking Notion and everything is set up on, and I think the only reason really why I want to think about, I just got sidetracked because I'm like, I'll be uploading these videos to YouTube and YouTube will take forever with long videos. Anyways, which will occupy my phone and I do a lot of stuff on my phone. So then that holds up my phone. I'm gonna have to start using my laptop more. Anyways, cause I digress. Like my thoughts be jumping like that. What the heck was I talking about? Oh, the Google. So like the main reason why I was even thinking about like giving Notion a try again is because some of the people that I follow, like whenever they have either lead magnets or like different things that they're, I'm trying to think, like templates that they're like selling or whatever that is going to help you, is from Notion. So then it's kind of like, in order for me to get what they're trying to give me, I gotta have the darn app. But that did not make any sense. Okay. I know what I'm trying to say without knowing what I'm trying to say. I'm gonna give Notion one more try. I'm gonna give him one more try. Because I need to come up with a project management tool that's not overwhelming. And I want to consolidate to where I'm not using 50 million apps. So from the commercials that I've been seeing with Notion, apparently Notion does that. I'm gonna look into it. So we'll see. But anyways, my thing is that one, so random I don't know if it's ideas, but I need to, where's my stand? Because I don't want to hold my phone. And I don't like this stand that I have down here. I want to do videos for productivity, the things that I'm learning with productivity. Oh, and Jeff had this thing up that was talking about, see, that light is right there. That's why I moved. Okay, Jeff has this thing up that was talking about like the difference between gurus and guides. Gurus, obviously you need to be an expert in it. In order to, you need to be an expert in it to like teach people or whatever else, which is the whole thing of like gurus. A guide is like, I'm just one step forward. I mean, one step ahead of you, and then I'm teaching what I'm learning, which is what I've always said, but I haven't seen it in that way to where I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna put that on there so people understand like, no, I'm literally like one step ahead of you, and I'm giving you this information now, because if I wait until I've already mastered it, and then I tell you, which is what originally I was going to do. My thing is that I'm like, I don't want to teach it until I know what the heck I'm talking about. But then because I'm so rapid with everything, by the time I figure out how to be better at it, to teach you, I've moved on to the next thing. So now I don't want to take the time to teach you. And then also because I have advanced myself in that subject, now I'm using vocabulary that you probably don't understand because you're not at that level. So with me doing it as I'm going and learning as I'm going, one, I'm getting the content out, because if I wait, it's not going to come out. Two, I'll be using the same verbiage that you'll be understanding because we're almost on the same level. I'm just one step ahead, which is why I say almost. So it's better for me to actually do it that way and to put out the information as I'm going through it. And it just is what it is. If I want to, if something's like completely wrong, then I can just take it down later. Or I could just leave it up and be like, see, I was completely wrong about this, and here's the update. I don't know. We shall see. But I know I don't want to get people confused. So if something's completely wrong, I think I'll end up taking it down. Because like, it's not a case in point, but it's like, for example, I just put out this video about like what I did to do the job description on ChatGPT. Saw Jeff's video on here using ChatGPT wrong. And like some of the stuff he was saying on there, like as far as with the customization instructions, I'm like, I'm doing that wrong. Like it's 60% right, but like that 40%, it could probably be better. And so now I'm like, okay, well, let me fix that. And then now I got to do an updated video to tell y'all like, hey, so I just told you this like a day ago or 2 days ago, and now I'm going to update it. But at least you see like, oh, I'm learning like, and I'm putting it out. Like, as soon as I'm putting it out, it's helping me to see where my experience is. And then I'm able to like fix it. I don't know. It makes sense in my head. Anyways, oh, I was about to say, what was that? Okay. So one, I want to do like videos on productivity. Two, videos on how to even do the stuff that we're doing. So like affiliate marketing, but like going through the basics and stuff like that. Affiliate marketing, so you can know what terms are and everything else, because when I got into it, I didn't know what the heck it was. And so I had to learn it all. And then digital products. And then also like the systems that I'm learning, show you all how to use those systems that I'm learning. And then the AI tools that I'm using to leverage the fact that it's just me. I do want to scale to where I'll be like hiring other people, like editor, which I was like, bet I'm finding an editor, I'll be able to put out more content. But the editor this is the problem. She doesn't know, one, there's a language barrier, and two, she doesn't know what I do, and she's not understanding what I'm telling her. So then I'm having to explain it more which is more energy to lay the foundation, which that's with anything, more energy to lay the foundation. And I'm using somebody that is overseas because I don't have the money to be able to afford somebody that is English speaking here that would understand exactly what I'm saying. So it's kind of that toggle between, all right, do I groom you or do I just try to find somebody else? But I do like her, so I don't know. Because like when we did the first video, which, and I haven't even posted up the first video. When we did the first video, the washing machine, like, or dryer, doing the dryer, fixing the dryer, we went back and forth. How many times? I think like 6 times. To where, like, and I knew it's gonna take more times for me because, once again, laying down the foundation. So I knew that, but I was not expecting for me to tell you something and then you forget what I said right before that. And then so now I got to explain that. And then like, this is what I want, this is what I want, this is what I want. Take this out. Okay, you still didn't take it out. So take it out because I don't like it. It's hard for, it's like, and I went back and forth so many times and watching that video. That's probably why I haven't posted it. I went back and forth so many times and watching that video so many times that I'm like, I am sick of seeing it, which was why I didn't want to edit it, because it was going to take too much time. And I knew I was going to be sick of seeing it and sick of like hearing it back, like over and over and over again. But that's exactly what ended up happening, because I had to watch what she did and then critique it. And then watch what she did and critique it, to where I'm like, I'm so sick of seeing this video. And yeah, it was like 6 times. It was like 6 times. So I don't, that's a thought for another day. That's a thought for another day, because part of me is just like, figure out how to do the editing yourself and just do simple. Which was originally like what I was gonna do. I have Adobe Cloud system. I have the Adobe stuff. So I have that editing thing, but then it's learning it. So then I was trying to learn it, but this was also at the same time that I was trying to do everything because I needed money ASAP. So I'm like trying to give myself a couple of hours to learn something that is very complex, very like pro level complexity. And so it was taking too much time. But I think it's just because my vision is like, ooh, I want this, I want this, I want this, because that looks great. But I think that what I'm gonna do is go back to figuring out the simplicity of just doing this, just critiquing this on my videos. And just, because there's some stuff I just don't. I need to be more concise with my videos. And a lot of times that comes from me. If I say it the first time, because then I'll be able to like ramble, get my thoughts out. Then when I play it back, I'm like, oh, I can be more concise with this. I can say this, this, and this, and this, and this. But then of course that takes time. But whatever, that's just what I'm gonna have to do. Okay, so I think what I'll do is I'll edit myself, but I'll do very simple edits. And then maybe, because she's cheap, so maybe what I'll do is I'll edit and then I'll have her do like the inserts. Nope, don't like that. I'll have her edit and then I'll do the insert. Because like some of the inserts she did is like, that doesn't make any sense in America. But she wasn't understand, like it didn't make sense to her because obviously in her country it does make sense. So, and then, but that's like hiring somebody. What she should have did was actually go on my channel to look at my content, to see my tone, to see my voice, so then she would have some type of direction. She didn't do that. She just did what she does. And so with her just kind of like shooting in the dark, I should give her that advice. I should give her that advice to do that. But it's still that language barrier to where it's like me trying to articulate. I can show examples of what I want, like pulling from different people's videos, like how there's the different like pop-ups and stuff like that. I like that. Oh, let me go back to what I was thinking about. So I want to do the content for like productivity, how to do this, how to do this, how to do this. And I love, like, I learn a lot from the animated videos of like how to do stuff. And so I'm like, I want to do that. Like, I want my videos to be like that. Whenever I'm explaining to somebody how to do something, I don't want it to be like some of the stuff. It can be me doing the screen share. Like guide, I definitely want to do guide because you can see the step-by-step. That is going to be crucial. I do want to keep that service. I do want to do that service, use that service. But like, for example, whenever I was showing like what I was doing with ChatGPT, because guide wouldn't have made sense for me to do it like that. Like, you can screen record and then that would have made sense. But sometimes I'm talking. And so looking at the same screen, it's just boring. And it's like, what the heck am I looking at? But I can't click over because then what I'm saying, you're going to miss. And so I want to do the automation, like videos of like different videos for different purposes. So I want to do like the whole, like learning, like the Magic School Bus type deal of the automation and the walking, and, you know, like whenever you're doing onboarding at companies and they have the automation of like, and such does this, and da, 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 da. Like, I want to do that, but then it's, now I gotta learn that. Or I have to find an editor. I feel like there's an AI. That's the problem though. There's so many AIs that do so many things, and then plus they're always improving, that it's just like, how do I find the right one? NVIDIA does the automate. No, NVIDIA does do the automation. Let me circle back on the NVIDIA, because they might be able to do what I want to do. They might be able to do what I'm thinking of doing for my videos. And then if I do it in a simple way, and even with my like editor, I gave her more money because I was like, you're undervaluing yourself because we went back and forth so many times. And actually that's why I was saying that you're undervaluing yourself, because we had to do so many revisions. Now, me only giving you, how much did she really say? I think it was like 5. I think it was 5, because I was toggling between 2 people. But the other person was just doing too much. And so, I think hers was 5. But so if it would have only been 2, possibly 3, stretching it 3 times that we would have had to revise, then the $5 probably would have been fine, and I'd have been okay with that. Was it like 5 or 7? I don't remember. I think it was 5. Because it was just supposed to be this short thing. Like, the video was long, but I had the videos to where it would have been easy for you to kind of like cut, insert, transitions, inserts. That was actually originally supposed to be the thing. Here's the videos. All you have to do is cut out the parts that you don't need to, like, that are repetitive, the parts where it's quiet, cut that out, edit those out, do the transitions between the slides to where it's smooth, and then do random pop-ups. That was originally the idea, which is why I was okay and comfortable with paying $5 for doing the edits. And like I said, it's overseas, so it's more for them with their cost of living. The $5 to us is like, that's nothing, but to them, it's like $20 an hour, you know, type deal or whatever. So, so I was okay with the $5, but after like revision 4, now I'm like, this doesn't make sense. Now I don't feel good with only giving you $5 because we have to go back and forth so many times. So now I'm having to go into a budget that I didn't have planned. I'm going into the time that I didn't have planned. I'm going into the energy that I didn't have planned. I'm going into the budget that I didn't have planned in order to get something that should have been simple out. So that's kind of why I'm like I feel like I like her energy, but it's just from text. So it's not like I've talked to her to know her energy, but it's like I want to work with her, but then also it's like it shouldn't be this difficult though, you know? And so, but laying foundation is gonna be difficult. But should it be this difficult? I don't know, because it's the first time I've been working with an editor. So I don't know the expectation with that. But anyways, so I do want to, so going back to what I wanted to say to in regards to Jeff's thing. He was talking about like focusing more on the one thing that you want to get done for the day. Yes and no. So I will have more than one thing, but that is going to be like a priority. So I do want to have well, Ollie says it too. Focus on that one main thing that has to get done today. So if this gets done, I will be satisfied. So I am going to have like main character energy type, like subject, this task needs to be done today. And then, but because this is like entrepreneur, there's going to be other tasks that have to go with that. Or because I'm trying to lay the foundation, like right now, the main task is setting the foundation. So there's several steps into laying the foundation. So I'm actually going to go into ChatGPT to get the step-by-step checklist, create a checklist of my step-to-step for laying my foundation, so I can make sure that I'm doing the foundation correctly. And then I want to do a template of that so I can be able to either do a lead magnet with that or sell that template to people. I need to do it for myself first, because the thing is that a lot of times I go into this thing and I'm like, okay, well then how can I do it for everybody? And then what that does is that distracts from me, and it takes longer for me to get what I need because I'm trying to be broad about it. So I need to focus on me, and then I'll edit it to everybody else. So that's an improvement I need to do for myself. I have not been looking at any of my productivity emails because I've been too busy doing other stuff. So I need to go back to the productivity emails so then I can be able to be efficient with all the other things that I need to do. I need to figure out how to go through all of those emails, because at some point it's like, I don't even want to go through all the emails. Like I saved them so I can go back through them, but now because it's taken me so long to lay my foundation and get everything set, those emails that I'm like, oh, I want to go back to this, I want to go back to this, now it's like over 100. I don't have time for that now. And I want to say that there's a software that like summarizes them, but I don't remember, because oftentimes, which is why I was like, I need a program like Notion to where it lists everything out to where I can go back to it and it's quick, because I'm writing it down on paper and I'm losing said papers, or they're in a notebook and I'm like, what notebook did I put that in? I need to be able to click on it and be like, this was the AI that did this. This was the AI that did this. And whenever I don't want it, scratch it out, but leave it visible to where if I come back to it later on, I'm like, oh no, now I do need that. Before I didn't need that, but now I do need that. So, but I don't want it to be distracting. I know OneNote kind of has that to where you can still see. Is it one? Yeah. Yeah, OneNote does that. To where you can see what you completed, what you checked off the list. You can take it off to where it's not visible, but it has the completed down at the bottom to where you can click on it and see. I want to start doing, I need to create a thing on there, and I need to organize, because I need to organize my stuff there, because that my pages, which is why I like Milanote, because it lets me put, can we have a software that just includes all this stuff together? But you know what, if I just pay for Milanote, it's unlimited. But I do like OneNote. But with Milanote, I can keep it in a, what's it called? The block. It lets me put it in a block. I need to see if OneNote has a block. Let me see if OneNote has a block. Yeah, but I still like Milanote because you can like connect the ideas. Like I like that because I be all over the place. And so I need to connect ideas. And I need to see what connects with what and what is separate on its own. Which is why like people were talking about Notion, but I don't think so. Actually, I've seen two different parts of Notion though, because what's her name with the How to ADHD, she had the spider links in Notion, because there's a motion and a Notion. So then it's like, all right, what's the difference between the two? And then she had the spider links, and I was trying that, but I was like, no. But then Jeff, when he was showing it, it had the layout like a project management layout. So either one, they're in two different things, or two, I'm confused. So let me look into that. What was I saying? Oh, with my ideas. Okay, so productivity. I was just sitting there thinking, and I'm like, yeah, I'm still posting. That's fine. I need to be more productive, in which my time is still going to be full. It's always going to be busy, but instead, what I'm trying to do, the end goal is to replace work busyness with a secure busyness, and the cats and the dogs busyness. So me being more active in their lives, like I'm not going to be less busy. It's just my intention is different, and it's not work related to where they're getting neglected. The intention is being focused on them. I did find a daycare that is affordable, that and it's 2 days. There's one that's a drop-in, and then there's another one that is open, like they're open enrollment right now. The other one that's the drop-in, their full-time is full. But the other one that I found that I really like, and they're gonna be moving closer to home, and they're gonna be freaking by the library. Oh my gosh. That is oh my gosh. Thank you, God. Okay, so the problem with the one is that it's difficult, the drop-in one, it's difficult to get into there because of the way that the freaking city just eliminated the ease of getting to that property. So one, it takes more time to get into the facility. Like I gotta go all the way around to circle back. That's number one. Number two, because it's literally like in the middle of the city and there's nothing around, and it's 25 minutes from the house, it would be an hour, because like the drop-in is like $12 an hour. Okay, very reasonable. But it's 25 minutes to get there, 25 minutes to get back home. So there's an hour right there that I didn't get anything accomplished. And so it's like, unless I sit in the parking lot and do my work there, it's pointless for me to put her there for like a couple of hours. Stop doing that, Angel. it's pointless for me to put her there for a couple of hours, because literally I'm going to get home. By the time I get set up to do something, I got to turn around and go get her. Otherwise, it's going to be, let's see, 24, like $48 for one day. We're not doing that. Not for 4 hours. And especially the way that I be freaking hyper focusing and not getting stuff accomplished and just studying. I'm not about to pay $50 to not be productive in the way that I needed to, like scratch something off my list type productive. Studying, getting information is productive, yes. But is it the productivity, the goal of why I was putting her in there? Because the goal of me putting her in there was to get this task done. And if it's not done, then I just wasted $50. Not doing that. And really, 12 of that $50 was just on travel, which is why I don't like working in a facility, because the commute is wasted time. I hate wasted time. So anyways, with the other one, so this is my back and forth. They're a Christian daycare center. So they'll be learning Bible. But 2, sometimes people with the Bible, it's like, what are you teaching them? Because Jesus is not white. And some of the stuff y'all teaching them is not accurate. So, but it's like foundation, principle, as long as it's the same, I'm okay with. So then it's nothing's going to be perfect, Camila. Nothing's going to be perfect. It should be fine. I'll figure out what they're teaching her. So if I got to unteach, then she'll learn that. But either way, it's still a skill that she's going to have to learn, because all the information that she's going to be taught in life is not going to be accurate. So she's going to have to learn that some stuff being taught, she's going to have to learn to what's the word? Not decipher. It starts with a D. It's on the tip of my tongue. Think of what I'm talking about. She's going to learn how to decipher between the difference between, I almost paused because I was like, oh, I got it, but I don't. It's just on the tip of my tongue. It's not differentiate. It's, okay, whatever. That is going to bother me though. She's going to have to learn to know the difference between, or even be able to learn, like, okay, so this person taught me this, and then learn that feeling of, well, this don't seem right. So I need to explore that. She's not going to get that at 3, because, well, she might. Because some stuff I be telling her, she be questioning, because she be like, that don't make sense. So it's, I was like, oh, that's the word, but it's not. Anyways, so that's fine. I do like that they do teach that principle. And then the owner, like I met the owner and I really like her energy. Like I really like her. And she worked at different facilities to where when she was explaining it, I was like, she does what I do. So like with a lot of things that I do, like with recipes, and apparently like even with dance, like with everything, I'll take different, like we'll just say 2, because a lot of times it'll come from 2, like this and this. And I don't like all of this, I don't like all of this. Or if I do like this and I do like this, I want to merge them. And then I'll throw out like what I don't like. And the same thing with dance, like I'll do 2, like I'll mix it together to like make my own little thing, my own little blend. So it's like red and white make pink. It's me. So she was saying how she worked at different facilities, and what she's done, she was like, I like parts of this program, I like parts of this program. She was like, so whenever I came up with my own program, I took the parts that I liked about the different programs, and then I threw out what I didn't like, that didn't make sense. And I was like, I get exactly what you said, because that's literally what I do. So, and plus I like her, but like where they're about to move the facility, and it's very affordable too. It's affordable. And where they're about to move the facility is closer to home. It is easier to get in and out of. And it's literally right by the library, my library. It's right by the library. So I can drop her off, go to the freaking library, get stuff done, pick her up. Yay. And they have full-time available, but I think I said that already. It's great. It's great. It's God's timing. Because I literally went in there before they even posted the information for the public, and there's only 2 spots open. So, and I was like, if I would have waited, because everything is a waiting list. I was like, if I would have waited, I wouldn't have made it. I wouldn't have made it. And I know that I need, and which I'm like, right now, because one, I'm not making, no. For this business, I'm not having any money coming in yet for this. So with me not having any income coming in from that, and me making limited with the other side hustle, like driving, with me making very limited money with that, my funds are limited. But also at the same time, I'm filling them out. So I don't want her there, which is why I haven't tried the drop-in place either, because I'm like, I only want to try it for like a couple of hours because I want to see how I like it. But then I want to make it like worthwhile for that time. Because like I said, an hour is just for travel alone. So, and then it would be pointless for me to go and just sit in the parking lot and fill it out that way. So I was waiting to like do that one, for that one to make sense. So, with this one, like with me doing the 2 days, one, that's all I need right now, because I don't want to be away from her too much. And then 2, I get to fill them out. And 3, that's what was open. And 4, that was within reason of my budget. Like, I'm going to be stretching it, but it's at least within reason of my budget. Like, it's doable. So it just works out. It just works out. The other one, because I thought about the fact that I already paid the registration price for that. And I was like, it wasn't wasted, because one, it was only $20 for the registration because it was on a sale. I caught them when they were doing a sale, and it was just $20 for her to be registered. And once you're registered, I can do the drop-in at any time. So with the daycare that she's gonna be going to, I have to register. I gotta email the lady. Dang, I've been sitting here talking for almost an hour. And I came down here to take my darn medicine. I need to hurry up and take it. Oh, the point was I was supposed to be doing this video while actually still doing stuff, getting stuff accomplished, and not doing anything. But it's good to get my thoughts out. Man, you cats are worse than the daggone dogs. The cats be in and out, in and out, in and out, running in and out. Boy, I had no idea y'all came in and out like that. They are worse than the dogs. Except for when Bentley and Russell like be playing with the neighbor's dog and they run in and out. That's the only time that they be running in and out. But the other dogs don't really be doing that. I'm about to point it this way because I want to be able to get stuff done. So, but with theirs, like the 2-a-days or the twice a week is set time. I want to start drinking, it's cider. I want to start drinking tea, but it was the cider that I really liked. But I can't drink it too much because it'd be making my stomach feel funny. Like, it'd be like, all right, Camila, it was fine for a little bit, but like, chill out. Like, don't be drinking too many cups. My stomach be acting funny. Anyway, like the way that I take in stuff, but I think I thought it was clean, like ingredients, but maybe it's not, and that's why my body be like, nah. Anyways, they have set days to do the, look, I just thought about it like this. These in and out vlogs are going to be like, You're my friend. And also my assistant. So I do want to do that too, like with the scaling. I want to, okay, I can put the share in later. I want to scale my business, but I also want to get in the habit of already like having the meetings and stuff like that. So whenever I start incorporating people, it's the same process. It's just now I'm talking to other people and not just myself. Let me tell y'all how smart she is. So this was facing the other way. This was facing this way, but because she couldn't get to the fig bars, she got on the chair, or her step stool, I don't know. She got on the chair and turned it this way to where she can reach everything easily without having to get in the chair each time. She's crazy. Or not crazy, like in a bad way, but oh, and then yesterday, like what was mind-blowing to me was that we were coming in from, yeah, it was yesterday, because it was dark. We were coming in from like visiting the daycare and doing going to the store, getting stuff done. And when we came in, it was dark in the house. And so I couldn't see because I turned off the one light, and I was like, oh, dang it, I can't see. She had her tablet in her hand because I made her get it out of the car. And so what she did is she turned the tablet, like the light, so I could be able to see my path to get to the light to turn it on. And I was like, good job. Because she was like, I'll help mommy. And like she turned it, and she was literally like, she knew exactly what she was doing. It wasn't I was happened to like walk with the tablet and it was not planned. Like, no, she turned the tablet to where I like to use the light. And I want to say she probably said something about it, like with using the light to actually like see where I was going. Proud mommy moment. So anyways, makeup, yay, I was in Mexico. Anyways, so they're 2 days a week, and they're on a set like days. And so with the drop-in, if I need just a couple of hours with something else, I think I might stay on there. I really don't need to stay on their waiting list for their, oh, you know what, there's they do have a third program. It's like a prepaid thing, in which, yep, I am gonna stay on that, okay. Because I was about to say, when apparently the deposit was just to be able to do the drop-in, but they do have another program that is like a prepaid, and then you get a certain number of hours for like the entire month, because it's like you're paying for the whole month. And then, which I'm like, I can definitely do that because they're 2 days a week. And if something pops up to where I'm like, oh no, I just need more like time on a day that she doesn't have school, then I can take her to the other place. And it's so cool too, because it is like a school. So they have like the book bags and like the book bag hooks, and then in the name tags. And so, which she'll have her school experience because she won't be homeschooled. I ain't putting her in these public schools. It's not happening. I'm not putting her in the private schools either, because the private schools are just like the public schools, except for they cost more money, and then they ask you for money throughout the entire year. We're not doing that either. So she's gonna be homeschooled. And then plus that gives me the flexibility to be able to, whenever she's learning about something, we can go visit. We can go visit the place that she's learning about. You know what, I should just always do this. This is for the ink. I added more black ink yesterday. Oh, good, it came off. I was like, speaking of which, my hand was stained from all the ink, but it did come off. I thought it was gonna take days and several washes later. Okay, so going back to originally what I was talking about freaking 55 minutes ago. So, I'm going to start being more productive. I need to focus on, my focus needs to shift to being more productive, having more of a clear plan, clear direction. Yeah, I was thinking about not posting up this video because it's going to be an hour, but I'm still going to post it because, like I said, it's for me and it's my diary that's open to the public. Anyways, yeah, my diary open to the public. That's a nice way of putting it. Maybe I will have well, I'm gonna just use, no, I do have to put like a picture, thumbnail picture. It's whatever picture that day. But I'm gonna be titling it like daily diary open to the, or I'm not even gonna say daily, like diary open to the public day 1. Day 1-2 if I do more than one in a day. Anyways, so I would say hopefully this is gonna be the only one that's like super long, but it's probably not, because I do be rambling and I do be coming up with thoughts, and me talking like helps thoughts come out. Anyways, so I'm gonna focus more on productivity of getting direction, the direction of everything. So I need to eliminate some other stuff that is in the way, like it's taking up time, it's being a distraction. So I want to, foundation is because I want to, and then which I was thinking about this because I was trying to go on the website to edit the blogs, and because I just put up the blogs without like any pictures, and I was trying to do it one way, and I was like, nah, because this is the program, the AI program, the guy that was selling the program sold me on a vision that was not what was actually happening. And so, sold everybody, because he was talking to everybody. It wasn't like a one-on-one. So I invested in that software with the idea, like he said, oh, this writes professional blog post. It puts up the pictures that are related to blog post. And then you can just copy, paste, like you put in the information, you put in the keywords, the SEO, key terms, all that stuff. Like so you obviously have to do the research behind it to figure out what you want to put in for the blog post. So you do all of that, you put it in, the software writes out the article, inserts the pictures that are relevant to the article, and all you have to do is copy and paste it. That is what he said. That is not what happened. And I'm not sure if, like with the same thing with him, that was his vision for the software, but then as he was doing it, that's not what was coming out. So maybe that'll be like the end product, but either way, he wasn't correcting it on the videos that I was watching and saying, right now, we don't have the software to create these pictures. So, and right now, and then also too, because it was like, you get to write like how long the blog post is, like you get to dictate how long the blog post is to set like the filters and all that other stuff. It was all the same. It was all long. I'm trying to do short, concise blogs for my audience because we have ADHD. We're trying to get in, get out, blah, 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 you know? And so I was trying to have it set up to where, give me a concise overview and then go into details if you need to. Have the pictures so I can copy, paste. It doesn't do any of that. It was just all long. It was just all like, and some of the stuff was just wrong. And I'm like, this isn't correct information. And so I was having to take the information from that paid that paid program software, and then put it into ChatGPT, the paid version. Well, did I have the paid version then? I think I did. But either way, like I still had to put it into another software to edit that. And then of course I had to go through and like, because I know it's right, And so I'm like, say this because this is what's right. Say this because this is what's right. Say this because this is better and this is what I want to get out to my audience. So I'm having to do all of that extra work to put into this and then like create the blog when you sold me on a dream of, hey, this is all going to be done. It's going to take like, which they said it was only going to be a couple of minutes, but I'll, overshoot, let's say 5 minutes. So it's going to take 5 minutes. I'll be able to do all of this content quickly. That was not the case. And it didn't have pictures. Now I got to sit there and go through all this cardstock. I got to go through like all this stuff to find these pictures. And I don't have the time because I didn't set the time aside because I was sold on your dream of the pictures will pop up. So I didn't create any of this time for what technically really needed to be done. Let me move these before these get like full. These are clean and I don't want them to get dirty from sitting up. Just in case. And just in case. That was in there. Anyways, like, so I canceled that. And I couldn't even get it working at first anyways. And then I reached out to them because of course it says like contact if you're having any problems. Okay, so I paid for this program. I can't get it to work. And so I reached out to them and then they didn't respond, which it was like right before the weekend. So I was like, well, maybe it's because they're not working on the weekend or whatever. So I kept going, like I kept trying to figure it out because what I'm not going to do is just wait on you to answer me. I'm going to figure it out. So I did figure it out on my own, but I never responded to them to say, hey, I figured it out, because I still had another question. Actually, I was going to question them about the pictures that he was talking about. They never responded. They never responded. And so, and I had it for the month because it was like paid by the month. I had it for the month. He never reached out the entire month. And I said, well, I was already like, I'm out anyways, because this wasn't what the dream that was sold to me. It wasn't that. But also I'm out because you're not even helping me with your product. In which if I'm telling you, because in that original email, I wasn't able to use it. And so if I'm telling you that I paid for something that I can't use, and you don't try to reach out to me to figure it out, I got a problem with that. So I was like, I'm out on this. And then I did Rank Math. Looks like their content AI is going to be golden. It's going to be clutch. Definitely bought that and have not used that. But I had to pay for like the year. So I do have it for the year, but either way, I'm still wasting time and money. But I do want to go into that because that's like straight on web hosting. Nope. What's it called? WordPress. It's straight on there, so it should be a lot better. And then they just do blogs. They don't sell me on a dream of like, we're going to be giving you pictures too. So, but my thing is like, let me, that's what I was saying. So like with my blogs, I just put up something because I'm like, just get it up and then I'll fix it later. I have not fixed it yet. So I need to go back and edit that to clean it up because I'm about to start having people go to the website and I need to have it cleaned up before people see it and be like, what the heck is this? I'm not like, I don't like her style. I don't like da-da-da-da. Because I'm like, that's not my style. So I need to clean that up and I need to make everything clean. The foundation of everything. I need to make it clean. I need to make everything clear. And I'm starting to be able to like see the vision of what I was doing wrong to do the improvement. Which a lot of times, like even with me giving the advice on like, okay, do this so you don't do everything that I did, it's still gonna be, like there's still always room for improvement. It's just my goal is to hopefully help you not have to. Oh, that was Bentley. I thought that was Sakira because it just stopped. Not waste as much time trying to get to find where you need to improve as I did. That's the goal. Is that I already had to go through it. You shouldn't have to go through it. Well, yeah, you shouldn't have to go through it because I already did. And I'm willing to give the information, so. Dog's making all this darn noise. I do need to find out all the extra noise. I just now thought about that because I just got another random email. I'm getting like over 100 emails, like before half of the day. Before noon, I get over 100 emails every day. And this is after I have unsubscribed to stuff. I need to unsubscribe to more stuff. I need to clean up the information that I'm getting from places because I'm getting information overload from places that I'm just like, I don't need this information anymore. I got the information. Well, I was looking into it before, so I signed up because everything, you got to sign up for everybody's email. I signed up before because I was trying to get the information and learn if this is what I needed or wanted. And it wasn't what I wanted. So I need to get off of those. So I can stop getting so many darn emails. Because it's clouding my space. Headspace, physical space. So foundation, website. Like I'm gonna not decorate the fish. I'm trying to figure out the best way of explaining it. Because the whole point was for me to be able to get on here to talk about what the vision is. Because I was about to just leave it, but I was like, nope, that defeats the whole purpose of what I'm doing. Okay, so productivity tips for being able to set the groundwork of my business. Where I need to improve is being more productive, being clearer direction, and how to do it. And now that I understand better, well, I'm gonna try Jeff's prompts for the ChatGPT. It'll still be better because I do like what it did for me, but with Jeff's information, it should be better. So I'm gonna redo what I was doing, and then plus I needed to get more step-by-step, like checklists. Checklist is something else I can do, like templates for. Creating checklists, creating templates. I'm gonna do that. Oh, that's what made me start the whole darn thing in the first place. So I was going to go use the bathroom, and I was like, of me creating a schedule for myself because I was thinking about doing the checklist. And I was like, I need to create a checklist and then like do the schedule. And then I was like, because I don't like being like forced to do a schedule, I was like, you shouldn't have came in like that. And Angel, cut it out. You probably came in because you was trying to figure out, like, I thought something happened outside. It didn't. And then I guess Russell decided to run in because he thought something was wrong with me. And then Angel attacked him as soon as he freaking came in the door. And he tagged his nose. And I don't know if it just shocked him or if it actually hurt him. Did he tag your nose? I don't know. He just popped him. He didn't tag it. But I think both of them got scared. I think Angel swung because Russell scared him. And Russell screamed, yiped, because Angel scared him. And both of y'all scared each other. Anyways, and I have noticed, speaking of which, I have noticed that I'm actually starting to be more jumpy. Because it was twice that Zakira's like scared me out of my sleep and I've like jumped. But anyways, we need to work on that. Because I'm having this reaction for a reason. Something isn't. God's trying to warn me about something. Security wise, God's trying to warn me about something. So I need to figure out what he's trying to tell me. Anyways, so I was sitting there like, okay, I'm gonna get my checklist in regards to like my schedule. So like personal development, God time, like having all of that out, right? I was like, I need to come up with my schedule. And then I was like, but every time I come up with a schedule, then I change it. And I was like, so then I'll come up with a schedule and then have to change it. And I was like, no, freaking stick to the schedule, Camila. You're the one that's creating the daggone schedule. Because it's like, well, then you can have wiggle room, but I'm the one creating the freaking schedule. So wiggle your space now and then stick to the schedule that you're freaking creating. I need to moisturize my locks because these are like thinning and I feel like they're gonna break. That's why I was actually doing that, because I did, nope, it wasn't that one. One of them I just recently, and by cut I mean like that I like broke off like that. See, like, oh, that's the same one I was pulling at before. Somebody was telling me that they were like, instead of like cutting it with scissors, like pull it so it'll have like a natural break. I don't know if that makes sense, but whatever. Anyways, I don't know how I felt when I ripped it though. Like when I ripped it off like that, I'm like, I don't know how I felt about that. And like the ends wasn't clean. So like it wasn't like a clean cut type deal, like how you're like cutting your edges. Bentley, come in. None of them are over there. Like clipping your ends, like it wasn't like that. And so I'm kind of like, I don't know how I feel about that. Anyways, so Bentley, come in. Come on. They intimidate Bentley to where he's scared to come in. Come on. Move, Angel, so Bentley can come in. Come on. Bentley, come on. Come on. I'm right here. Come on. Don't scare the cat. Come on. There you go. There you go. You'll be bullying everybody and then be scared to come in with dad myself. Anyways, so create a schedule, create a template, create a checklist. Stick to that darn schedule. But I understand now more of the space that I need to give myself in between tasks. In between tasks, in the space of like not putting so many tasks on the list. Because with me doing it for so long, I'm learning the space, the timing, and the space that I'm gonna make myself take. So, and then not allow myself to have those, like being more disciplined with not going down the rabbit holes. That's not enough sugar. I knew I started turning this cup too early. Being more disciplined not to go down the rabbit holes, but also because I know I will go down rabbit holes, filtering in time to be comfortable with going down rabbit holes and not stressing because you went down a rabbit hole and you don't have time for that. Like, I want to enjoy life, and I know that I am good for going down freaking rabbit holes. So factor that in my schedule, but just don't factor it to where, like, be disciplined not to do it every daggone day. And be more diligent with the timer. Write out the vision, put it on the wall so I can see how I want the videos to go, the type of videos I want to do, so I don't lose that vision. And then have the checklist underneath it of the steps that I'm going to take for those, like each thing, like the videos, the productivities, the task, the cleaning out the inbox, the staying on schedule, the time with Zakira. She needs to learn organization and focus anyways. She's of that age where she's starting to pick up on more stuff, so. And yesterday when we were doing school, I did like that time. But what she also needs to learn too is, because I was doing it with her at first so she can learn how to do it. And then I was like, okay, now you're going to do it on your own. And she didn't want to do it on her own. So I need her to be okay with breaking free. Breaking free. What was I going to say? Is that it? Is that all I needed? Because now with this being so long, when I play it back for myself, I'm gonna have to go through the whole thing to hear what I was talking about, for me to re-listen. But the good news is that actually when I do this, I remember where stuff is, and it actually helps. It actually helps with my memory. Oh, I did already start the dishwasher. I started yesterday. It helps with my memory, so I actually remember what I said better. But that's something else I want to include. Doing reviews of this. Maybe I'll do weekly for my what's it called? I haven't had to use Scrum terms in a long time. Well, a long time to me. There's the daily Scrum. These will probably be like daily Scrums, but they won't be 15-minute long, because I do want to do daily Scrums. So these vlog diaries are gonna be Vlayeries. These vlog diaries are gonna be daily Scrums, and I am completely blanking out on all of these steps. Retros. I'm gonna watch the videos for the retros. So I need to make sure I carve out enough time to be able to review videos and then reflect. Okay. So maybe this will be the only long one, because daily Scrums are 15 minutes. It's gonna be longer than 15 minutes, but it's not gonna be, hopefully. Let me not make any promises, but they shouldn't be, like, daily Scrums are not gonna be an hour and 20 minutes. With me doing the foundation today of step-by-steps, it should not take me that long to go through everything, because I'm already doing the thought process now. I'm doing the thought process with the steps. So I don't have to do the thought process through the videos. The only time that it will be long is if I'm trying to elaborate on a thought and I'm talking it out to get a better picture. That would be the only time it would be long. Other than that, it shouldn't be too long. Well, what I consider long. This is long, so. All right, took my medicine. My narcolepsy medicine is, it's not as efficient. I'm falling asleep. I'm usually taking like a nap, maybe once a day. When I first started taking it, because it's a stimulant, before when I was taking it, I was doing it every other day. So it was actually working to where I was not falling asleep. But then because I needed to get so much stuff done, and time was of the essence, every day, then I had to start taking it every day. Because I needed to be efficient every day. And then because I started doing that, when I did finally have the time to breathe, I didn't take it for 2 days in a row because I was trying to reset my body. But I actually ended up getting headaches and sleeping most of the day. But that's what usually happens. Like when I don't take it, I sleep several times. I fall asleep several times a day, which then throws off my sleep schedule. But I started getting headaches. And I was like, now it is, if you don't take it every day, you will get headaches. And which this was just last week. So it's recent. But so now it's like, okay, well, I got to take it every day so I don't get the headaches. Or I can just, go through the process of not having the headache, but then the fall asleep part. But I'm still, because it being a stimulant and my body getting used to it, I'm falling asleep. I'm taking a nap once a day with the medicine. So we'll see. We'll see if I'll go back to every other day or whatever, but I need to be more diligent. I need to start working out whenever I start getting sleepy, to work out, because that wakes me up. And it's a productivity hack for anybody, but ADHD especially, because then your brain starts flowing more. You're more productive. We're gonna go upstairs because I need to have my God time, which is going to be included in my productivity time. I mean, personal development time, because God time is personal development. Oh, I was talking about my medicine. Hopefully. This darn dog is still in my spot. And I need to do my Mind Valley stuff too. Oh, and then, so freaking always taking my spot. That's what I was talking about, all this stuff. So, Productivity Foundation mini-series. I'm going to start doing a mini-series for affiliate marketing, digital products. That information is going to be free because, one, a lot of the people that are starting out, they may not have any money. So, obviously, in order for you to work with me or for you to purchase stuff, you got to have money coming in. Two, that also lets you see whether you like my teaching style, whether I work for you or not, and whether you're actually able to learn, you vibe with it, if our spirits align. So that gives you test run, so that's good. And then it gives me the practice, because the other stuff that is going to cost, like the AI course and all that other stuff, that stuff's going to cost. So I'm not one of them people that I need to charge you for everything. And plus, God told me, give it away for free. So, and I just wasn't understanding, because I was like, in order for me to make money, how am I going to be giving this away for free? Well, platforms pay you, but I get it. So yeah, I'm about to get off because I'm upstairs and Sakira's gonna wake up and then she's gonna stay up because I'm up. So I'm gonna get off. But that was actually what I needed to do, or I said what I needed to say, and then I'll be able to play this back so I can make sure that I accomplish that goal. Well, let me write that down too. now I gotta find my darn paper. I need to do another template for my to-do list, like my daily to-do list. Okay. Template for to-do. Oh shoot, I gotta do that. I gotta find my life insurance. Policy. So I can send that copy out. Freaking, I need to put this mail so I can start throwing stuff away. Daily plan. Okay, so template for a daily plan, a weekly plan, a quarterly plan. Let me fill out this goal sheet so I can hang that on the wall, get that out of my way. And I'm gonna set my stuff up here. I set my stuff up here with the steps. So template for my to-do list, to task for today is daily plan template, daily schedule template, weekly schedule template, quarterly schedule template, because that should be easy. Then ChatGPT to break down all the steps for my end goals, for my foundation of what I'm trying to do. And then fix the website. Look, I was gonna say like start my mini course, but I'm aiming for the fences on that one. We'll see if I can get, actually, you know what? I'm gonna look into that automation, because with the mini course, I might wanna do the automation for the mini course. The automation teaching. That's a good idea. Figure out, oh, WordPress. So, oh, okay. Yeah, figuring out freaking WordPress. Record mini series. Right, I made my to-do list the night before because I know I wasn't gonna remember. Oh, quiz, yeah. I'm gonna have the mini course, like teaching, the automation mini course, and then I'm gonna have quizzes, so you can quiz yourself if you want. Quiz yourself on what you learned to see if you comprehended what you actually learned. It's gonna be on the website. That's gonna be cool. Videos are gonna be on YouTube. Quiz is gonna be on the website. Write out order so you know. The mini course order. Legendary marketing funnel. Establish a routine. Yeah, because I know I need a routine. Secure, start to wake up. It's 8 o'clock, she shouldn't be up. It is too early. Foundation, productivity system, production system. So the same thing I already said. Okay, cool. All right, end of daily scrum for today. I might have another, like, day 1-2. But I don't think I need another daily scrum. I don't think I need another daily scrum. I would title these daily scrums, but I don't want somebody looking for like actual scrum examples to find my blogs. Okay.